Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. All right, y'all, let's get started. Let me get the light on over here, and then we're going to get started, y'all. Okay. All right. All right. Hey guys, what's up, everybody? Hey Justin, what's up? Hey Sky. Hey Luke. Hey Vance. Hey Brad. So you guys, sorry about having to start early tonight. I hope you guys don't mind. I know I'm about 40 minutes early, and normally I try to stay right on time at 7 straight up, but my little boy's chomping at the bit, and so it's mom life, so we're going to start early tonight. Hey, Avalon. Hey, everybody. Hey, Junior. Hey, Sabitha. All right. Okay, everybody, come on in. Have a seat. What's up, Tony? So I did my homework, you guys. I did homework special for you guys. We are going to talk about how to overcome guilt and shame. And I've been watching videos. I've been taking notes because I want to deliver you guys with the best information that I can. So what we're going to do is we're going to wait about 10 or 15 minutes, let some people filter in, and I'm going to go ahead and share with you guys what tonight is. Okay, so every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6:21 tonight, here on Real Talk Recovery, we have a Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous meeting, okay? Now, Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women that come together to support each other in recovery and to recover from an unhealthy lifestyle. Our code is non-judgment. This is an all-inclusive program, and we support you in your journey to a better you. Okay. Mara supports the use of science-based medication. Okay, evidence-based medication in the use of treating substance use disorder. These medications can be Suboxone, methadone, naltrexone, Sublocade, uh, bupropion, Wellbutrin, Topamax, Antabuse, etc. Okay, and anything that's used for treating substance use disorder or aiding in that recovery process, Mara supports that. Okay, so we are waiting on Mara. They are actually writing a book, a big book for Mara, and as soon as that book is published, you guys, we are going to start working out of it here on my channel. But it hasn't been published yet, so that's the deal with that. So, like I said, every Friday we do these Mara meetings, and if you guys want to help choose topics for the Mara meetings, if you guys want to help just pick the videos that I do from now on, you can join my Patreon, and you get first dibs on everything. Basically, you get to choose what I'm going to make videos about next, and we talk and all that kind of stuff. In our chat. We have a private Patreon chat. Hey, Ash. Hey, Cindy. Hey, everybody. So, here, I'm really big here, you guys, on supporting just whatever works for you. I don't like judging people. I don't like picking people apart for their recovery journey. I'm not about that life. I truly believe that when somebody's judging you for your pathway to recovery, it's because they have an ego problem and it's because they want to feel superior to you. And I don't get down like that, all right? I support people where they're at, and I want to support each and every each and every one of you guys where you're at. Hey, K-Ray. Hey, Kenneth. What's up, Aaron? Hey, Merk. I see you guys. All right. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm excited because I want to tell y'all something. I have struggled with guilt and shame since I can remember. Especially since I've gotten sober, though. When I was in my active addiction, you know, I was ashamed a lot. Um, and I felt a lot of guilt. But when you're using, you cover up those feelings with drugs. Hey, Brandon, and you block out those feelings. And so, just like I used drugs to cope. And so I didn't have to feel those feelings of guilt and shame. Hey, Chrissy. Okay, I'm glad you're here, girl. Because I was like, oh my God, I hope she can come. Because Nate has been chomping at the bit, you guys. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go on a little bit early and we're gonna get this done, and then I'm gonna spend time with my son because he really wants my attention tonight. But like I said, this is really, really important to me, you guys. These Mara meetings are I love these. These are my passion. Jailbreak?
Yeah.
I felt a ton of shame for 3 years after I stopped using. Absolutely. Yeah. And so I have been doing research, you guys, so I can talk to you guys about how to overcome all this. Okay? There you go, Bubba. All right. Okay, let's see. Everybody's coming in. I'm so glad you guys are coming in. Welcome each other. Everybody welcome each other. Say hi to the person on the left. Say hi to the person on the right. My friend has been using Prozac and other crazy meds to kick. Will this work? Prozac? No. To kick heroin? No. No, Ash. That's not going to help at all. No. Prozac and those kind of medications, they take 2 weeks to get into your system and really start working anyway. So, no, they do not need to be using antipsychotics or antidepressants or any kind of medication like that to kick dope. Nicole, I've been inviting people over and telling them to check you out. So we may see some new faces, hopefully. Awesome, Erin. Thank you, girl. Thank you so much. For real. I'm a closet user, not the subs, but unfortunately, I have any other habits. It's okay, K Ray. You're not alone, and you're welcome here. And no one's gonna judge you here. All right, nobody's gonna judge you here. Hey, Ryan. I'm so glad you're here. I've been missing you. Been worried about you. Good job, you guys. I see everybody welcoming each other. Yeah, you're welcome here. No judgment ever. Hey, Deidre. All right. I'm so proud of you guys. Everybody come on in, have a seat. Tonight we're talking about overcoming guilt and shame. So, like I was talking about earlier, Mara is Medically Assisted Recovery Anonymous, okay? Now, for those of you guys who have never heard of Mara, you can go to marainternational.org and actually find a meeting in your state. If they don't have a meeting in your state, did you know that you can start your own meeting? That's what I did. I started this meeting. I contacted Jeff and the guy who runs Mara and asked him to help me, and he taught me how to start a channel or start a meeting. And so that's how we got approved to start this meeting, you guys. Asking for a friend. Is there anything that helps kick crack? Okay, who asked that question? Let me see. Oh gosh. K-Ray. Okay. K-Ray, listen to me, okay? Crack it makes you all like jittery. Okay, so first of all, eat something, go to sleep, okay? Go to sleep. With crack cocaine, it is a mental it's a drug that kind of like takes control of your mind more than your body, so you're not going to get physically dependent on to it. Hey, Biff. Thanks for being here, bud. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so crack you're not going to become physically dependent to, but what it does is it really screws with your mind, okay? And the obsessive and the intrusive thoughts to use crack keep coming, keep coming, keep coming. It's mean, it's an obsession, okay? So this is my suggestion to you if you're trying to kick crack. All right. Number one, let someone else know that you're trying to get off crack and that you need support. You need accountability. You need somebody that's going to say, hey, you don't need to leave the house today. Stay your ass here because I know where you're going. Okay. Also, look into maybe some Narcotics Anonymous meetings in your town. Get yourself some food, get yourself some Gatorade, and just relax, eat some good food. But mainly, what you need to do is you need to educate yourself on the disease of addiction, and you need to get into some type of therapy because there's a reason behind why you are smoking crack, okay, or shooting crack. You're not just doing it because you just love it. There's something else that's pushing you in that direction. So, getting into therapy, talking to other people about what you're going through, that's really going to help you to overcome crack addiction. Okay. But I'm going to tell you something right now. I've been there. Okay. I used to smoke crack, I used to shoot up crack cocaine, and I literally almost lost my mind. Okay. It made me go psycho. Hey, Brittany. Um, so don't don't be ashamed. All right. Don't be embarrassed. But I want you to know that you're not alone. All right. Um, cocaine is such an addictive drug, you guys, because the intense high produced by it is so quick, it's so intense that it just wraps itself around you, and then you are a slave. Okay. So just know that you're not alone. Now, you can go to the doctor or talk to your physician and look into maybe some kind of medication that maybe helps with anxiety or helps you to kind of like chill out a little bit. But I wouldn't recommend getting prescribed anything long term. Like if you are going to try to come off of something like that, um, look into like a detox, or maybe, like I said, go to the doctor and see if they have any comfort meds that will help you go to sleep and relax for those couple of 3 days until you sober up, because it takes about 72 hours for cocaine to leave your system totally. So by the fourth day, be out of your system, and then you need to start your recovery. Like I said, therapy, meetings, talking to others about your addiction and processing it, and just being connected, because what addiction does, you guys, is it keeps us from connecting with other people. And so when we get sober, that's what we need to start doing, is connecting. All right, I hope that helped out. And if you need help with anything, or you are struggling and you need support, or you need treatment, or you need help finding meetings, bam, there's my phone number. Text or call me. Subs have saved my life, but I was never, oh, y'all's comments are going fast. But I was never a big fan of uppers due to the fact that I have anxiety issues that I take medication for. So smoking crack was not something I liked, but since I've been on subs. Totally understand about getting off crack. No physical withdrawals. Right, Junior? Yeah, that's the only thing good. Okay. Is just chasing it, looking on the floor for more. Biff, totally been there. Totally been there, y'all. Carpet surfing, smoking sheetrock. How many of you guys have literally smoked the ceiling stuff off the ceiling? The little. Don't act like you ain't never done it. Don't act like you ain't never done it. Okay, here we go, you guys. Let's talk about guilt and shame. Okay, so first of all, how to overcome guilt and shame. Before we can talk about how to overcome guilt and shame, we need to identify the difference between guilt and shame. Okay? So guilt is what you think about yourself, okay? What you say about yourself, how you feel about yourself, all right? And shame is that you think there is something wrong with who you are, okay? So the difference between the two is guilt is how you think or feel about yourself, and shame is thinking that there's something wrong with you. It's being ashamed of how you feel or what you think, thinking that it's wrong. Okay? That's the difference between guilt and shame. All right? To me, what I feel like guilt is a wasted emotion. I feel like a lot of us, maybe we feel guilty because we just got sober and we want to spend more time with our families or our sons and daughters. Um, Guilt is also an emotion that, let's say that your girlfriend's been calling you all day and you just don't feel like talking on the phone, so you ignore the phone call. And then you feel guilty for not answering the phone. You know what I'm saying? So guilt can be something that pushes you to make better choices or pushes you to make changes in your life, so you can actually kind of use it in a healthy way to to push yourself forward. But when it comes to shame, there's nothing good about shame. Shame keeps us sick in our addiction. It keeps us feeling worthless. If it keeps us not loving ourselves, if it keeps us lonely and isolated, shame is toxic. Okay? And there's all kinds of videos, just so you guys know, on toxic shame, and I have been watching them all day long so I could come on here and talk to you guys today, because I have a lot to say about guilt and shame from my own personal experiences. Nicole, you were number one in my book. I love what you're doing. Hey, Kenneth, thanks a lot, man. I love you too. I'm doing laundry. Sorry about that, guys. Hey, Hitman. Hey, Leroy. So Chrissy says, yeah, Kay Ray, you can text me or message me on Instagram at Real Talk Recovery. Gold Dust Woman says, I am constantly feeling guilty and shameful because I feel like I fail myself and others every day. Okay, so Christy, do you hear that? This is how she feels about herself. She feels shame and she feels like she's failing. And that's how she's feeling that about herself. All right. So the guilty part is that you feel like you're failing others, that you feel like they're looking at you and they're saying, "Oh, I wish Christy could get it together, but she's just failing all the time." Chrissy, I promise you that nobody is looking at you like that and nobody is thinking that. Okay? I know that people that love you and care about you, I know that all of us girls over on Patreon, we all want you to succeed. We love you, and but we're not we don't feel like you're failing. Okay? We don't feel like you're failing. And that's one thing that I had to start realizing, is that I was putting things in my mind that I thought other people felt about me, and they didn't feel that way. I did that all the time, you guys. And but the shame part, I feel like, is the hardest part, because I the shame is like, I have a lot of shame behind things that I've done in my addiction. Hey, Hungry Ghost, I have a lot of shame about when my son got taken away from me, you guys. Um, Damn, I have a lot of shame. It's hard, but we're going to talk about it. Okay, so I have 5. I have 5 steps on how to overcome guilt and shame that I'm going to share with you guys. And I want you guys to give me feedback and let me know if you guys think that these things will help you in overcoming your guilt and shame. Okay? So first of all, guilt totally drains you emotionally. Absolutely drains you. Think about when you're focusing on what you can't do and how you're not good enough and how you couldn't make it to so and so's birthday party or the graduation, or I was passed out drunk so I didn't make it to my mom's um, housewarming party. This is all a wasted emotion on guilt, you know? Um, Guilt will keep you from your destiny. Guilt holds you back from doing what you know that you were set out to do. Guilt holds you back from your passion. Guilt holds you back from your destiny. Guilt only serves your ego. Shame causes destructive behavior. Shame corrodes the part of us that thinks we can change. Shame corrodes the part of us that thinks we can change. So There's a little piece inside of each and every one of us, a little piece of hope, right? And if you were like me, that piece of hope was literally like a speck of salt when I was trying to get sober. I had given up on myself. I had given up on life. I had just come to the conclusion that my life was going to be, I was going to be a junkie. I was going to be a junkie. I was never going to amount to anything. And my family would just have to go around and tell people, yeah, that's my daughter. She's a drug addict, right? And then my son was born. And then I realized that, you know what? This can't be my destiny. I'm not going to die a junkie. I have to pull it together. I have to do something differently. And not being able to do anything differently, not knowing how, not having the tools to get sober, I kept getting high, you guys. I kept getting high. And then that guilt and shame just got bigger and bigger and bigger because here I was with this beautiful baby, beautiful son. My little boy is the cutest thing y'all will ever see. And I couldn't get sober, you know? And I know a lot of you moms out there can totally relate to what I'm talking about. A lot of you guys can probably relate to y'all because when you have a child and then you're choosing drugs over your children, I mean, because that's what happened. I was choosing, I was getting high over my son. And I don't like using the word choose because when you're in your active addiction, you don't have any choice. You don't have the power of choice because what happens when we're on drugs and alcohol? It takes over our minds, it hijacks our minds, our bodies, everything. But from the outside looking in, I was just choosing. You know what I mean? Biff, what it took for me was it took like a moment of clarity having my son taken, and then it took me being separated from the substances. So, like going into treatment, doing detox, and then going into treatment, like having the drugs away from me and getting clear minded, that's when I started to be able to make good choices and choose recovery. But even then, even after I got sober in treatment, I was relapsing in treatment, you know? And so I just want you guys to know like, if you're struggling to get sober and you're like feeling all kinds of guilt and shame about it, just know that I've totally been there. I was a hot fucking mess for a long time. And honestly, I'm just now getting to a point in my life where I feel like I might be making the right decisions. I might be going in the right direction, you know? It's also just been trading one addiction for another. They actually helped me with chronic pain better than pills ever did. That's awesome, Jay Wayne. I'm so proud of you, man. Definitely on the kid thing. I think back to all the times I was high and didn't remember moments I should have and not being present with my kids. Brittany, that's the hardest thing for me, I think, is I like to say in my mind and make excuses. I'll say things like, I took care of my son. I was there for my son. I gave birth to my son. But in all actuality, like if you ask me like major details to things, hey Tim, I can't remember those things because I was high. You know, um, I can't remember when I first held my son because when I can't remember what it was like when I first held him and I first looked at him. Like I remember giving birth to him, but I don't remember that. And that I try to move past that and I try to not have so much shame about that. But it's hard because I know that I'm better than that. And I know that I'm so glad that I got my life together, but I know that I'm better than that. And I know that my son deserves better than that. You know, and like there's not very many things that I can say that have been hard for me, but overcoming the shame behind having my son under the influence and having him taken away from me, you guys, has been so difficult for me. So difficult. Thank you, Merk. Yeah, you guys go check out Tim's channel. That's my friend. I love Tim. Okay, so here we go. Okay, guys. So, shame causes destructive behavior. Shame corrodes the part of us that thinks we can change. Okay. Shame cannot hold on to you if you name it. Have you guys ever heard this? Shame cannot hold on to you if you name it. So if you're feeling shame, like I feel shame about being high when I gave birth to my son, that's what it is. I'm naming it. I was high. I was using drugs. I was choosing drugs. I was not being responsible. I was not being present, and I'm taking responsibility for that. I don't ever want it to come across you guys like I'm not taking responsibility or I'm trying to shift blame, because I'm not. I was on drugs and I made bad choices. I committed crimes. I didn't take care of my child. I disappointed my family. I disappointed my sisters. I wasn't there for my mom and dad. I mean, I did so many things that I wished that I could go back and change all those things, right? But I can't. That's the thing. I've had to learn. I cannot go back and make all the wrongs that I did right. But you know what I can do? I can live my life today in recovery, and I can focus on giving back and helping others. And that is how I can change. And that is how I can help repay all those things that I did when I was in my addiction, you know? Sometimes shame is a useful tool. Humans evolved to have shame as an internal alarm, telling them that they are out of kilter with their world, but we have to let it go once it serves its purpose. Oh, like I get you like a little alarm system, huh, Jason? Hello, Nicole. I seen you on It's Means channel last night from Bedford, Massachusetts. What's up, man? Hey, Jason, welcome. Hey, Misty. I don't talk to anyone or go anywhere. I don't know. I am finally done with it, but can't stop. I need to just get this off my chest, I guess, and plus the fact that I'm doing it right now. Oh, K Ray. Oh man, I understand. Get rid of it, K Ray. Flush it down the toilet. K Ray, get you can change your life. You don't have to be a slave to your addiction anymore. Right now can be the beginning of the rest of your life. All you have to do is reach out for help. If you're not strong enough to stop on your own, if that's what it is. Like I couldn't stop on my own, but I reached out for help. And listen, it took me being forced to reach out for help. So don't get it twisted. Okay? It took me being forced because I had been getting high for 12 years and it had just become a habit. It had become part of my lifestyle. It had become, I was on autopilot. That's how you're living your life. If you're in active addiction still, you're on autopilot. Okay, you're just like not even present. You're like floating up there in space all by yourself. That's no way to live, you guys. Today, I live my life and I have passion. I actually enjoy what I'm doing. I actually love it. I love being able to come on here and share with you guys and help you guys and inspire other people. And then, but I didn't feel like this when I was getting high. When I was getting high, I was miserable. I hated my life. I wanted to die. I thought I'd never get clean, but it's possible for anyone. That's right, Misty. And listen, you guys, all of us can do it. It's in all of us, you know, whether you're listen, and this is the thing. If you're on maintenance medication and you're doing your damn thing, you're taking your medication as prescribed, you are clean and sober. Okay? So don't let anybody come in here or anybody say to you that if you're on Suboxone that you are not in recovery, because that's not what we're about here on Real Talk Recovery, okay? I remember when I first started my channel and I started sharing that I was on Suboxone when I was on Facebook. A lot of people judged me. A lot of people acted like I shouldn't even be sharing my story, right? And that was probably one of the most eye-opening experiences I've ever had with people that are in recovery. Because see, I thought that people that were addicts like me were going to be like, Nicole, I'm so proud of you for making that change. I'm so proud of you for knowing that you needed the help and getting the help and sticking to something. But instead, I was met with ridicule and judgment and people who acted like they were better than me because they weren't on Suboxone. And so then I realized that there was many people who were just like me, who were on maintenance medication, who needed support. We talked about this last night, you guys. Um, Last night we talked about the difference between addiction and dependence. Okay. Oh, just in case, I'm so sorry. Um, the difference between addiction and dependence, you guys, is addiction comes with negative consequences, negative side effects, things that you're doing like selling yourself, stealing, lying, cheating, um, selling drugs, buying drugs. All these things are part of addiction. And dependence is just exactly what it sounds like. You take a medication, your body is dependent on the medication. That's the difference, okay? And so, yes, if you take Suboxone away from somebody cold turkey, yes, they are going to go through withdrawal, but a, they're not going to go out and suck a dick for a Suboxone. They're not going to go out and sell their ass for a Suboxone. Okay? Do you understand what I'm saying? So a lot of us here are on maintenance medication and we are utilizing that tool and it has saved our lives. It has saved our lives. Okay? So if you're one of those people that is struggling and maybe you're having a hard time taking your medication as prescribed, let's say you're on Suboxone and you're selling your medication or you're trading it for heroin, that is not recovery. Okay, there is a huge difference. All right. Now, that's when you have to get honest with yourself. If you're still abusing Suboxone and you're lying and trying to cheat the system, then you have to have a wake up call because eventually everything's going to fall apart and you're going to cut off the Suboxone and you're going to be back out on the streets. Oh, hey, Sky. I love that girl. That's awesome. You're turning all that shame into pride with how you're living today. You're a beautiful. Thank you, girl. Thank you. Exactly, Merc. You did, Ash? Well, hell, I guess there's somebody for everybody, huh? They do help me with the pain more than actual pain pills, but I take one a day, sometimes not even a whole one. Good, Jay Wayne. And here's the thing, you guys, like I had to get to a point, I'm down to 4 milligrams, and it's helped me so much. Okay. So once I started tapering down, I started to realize, even before that, I started to forget to take my medication. And that really helped me to realize, hey, you know what? I think I'm ready to start the taper. But it's just been a slow process. And I just want you guys to know here on my channel that if you're on maintenance medication and you're utilizing that as a form of your recovery to get to where you're going, or if you're going to use it for the rest of your life, we are here to support you. I do not believe in judging people's journey. I am not God. I am not your mama. I am not your daddy. Okay? I am not here to look down my nose at you and think that I'm better than you because I'm not. I'm exactly the same as you. I'm exactly the same as you. And if you are not on maintenance medication and you are looking down your nose at other people for being on maintenance medication, then you need to check yourself because you could be in that same position. And let me tell you guys, that's exactly what happened to me. Before I got on Suboxone, I used to think that the only way to get sober was through abstinence and AA. And anybody that used methadone or Suboxone, guess what I did? I judged them. I judged them for having to use medication for help. And then guess what happened to me? I kept relapsing and couldn't get my ass sober. I couldn't get sober. So I reached out and I got help and I got on Suboxone and it saved my life. And then I had to eat crow and admit that I needed more help than I thought I needed. So before you come in and you look or you judge somebody else or you think that because you're in a different position than someone else, that it can't happen to you, just know that it can. And that's how it happened for me. And I truly believe that God, my higher power, has a funny way of checking me and saying, you know what, Nicole, you need to learn a lesson, you know? And here's the thing, you guys, like, I just want you guys to know that I want you to be safe. I want you to stay alive. And the whole point of maintenance medication, I don't know why we're even talking about this, but I felt like I needed to say it. I felt led to say this to you guys. The whole point of it is to help you stand, okay? It is a tool to assist you, all right? So that way you can get into therapy and you can learn a program and you can start learning about the disease of addiction. And that's the thing that it's done for me. It's given me stable. I've been stable. That's how it's helped me. I've never had a stable life until now. Until 4.5 years ago, I finally got on Suboxone, I finally ate crow, got on Suboxone, and now my life is better than it's ever fucking been. Ever. Ever. I have a car, I have a home, I have a beautiful son, I have a husband who loves me, I have 2 amazing jobs, I have a YouTube channel with people that I absolutely adore. And I wouldn't have any of this, you guys. I wouldn't have one single thing if I hadn't gotten on Suboxone and stayed on Suboxone to get sober. I'm telling you guys, I could not stay sober. I don't know why. I tried everything, okay? I tried everything. I tried I tried everything, you guys. All right? I promise you I did. And I tried going to treatment center 5 times. I've been to prison. I've done IOP. I've done the religion thing. I've done, sponsorship so many different times with different sponsors and working the steps. And I just couldn't get it. And it wasn't until now that I've had this assistance that it's helped me and it's actually given me time to get it. You know what I'm saying? It's taken me a long time to get to where I'm going, you guys. Fights for people talking shit about me taking Suboxone. Even when I was addicted to oxys, I used to look down on the people that I saw going to the methadone clinic. I know, Kay Ray. And you know what? Why do we do that? Why? And I'm not judging you, Kay Ray, because I did the same thing. But when I thought about it to myself, I thought, why am I looking at people like I'm better than them? Why do I think because I'm not taking that medication that I'm better? You know? Okay, Scotty, love you. Bye. Um, why do I think that I have something over on other people? And you know what it was, you guys? It was inside of me. It was insecurity in me. It was the need to be superior because I didn't feel good about myself. Someone who is confident, stable, and happy in their life isn't going to judge you for using maintenance, okay? In fact, they're going to look at you and tell you that whatever you got to do, I don't want you to die. If I think I felt that, yeah, I was better than them. I know, K-Ray, I've done the same thing, man, and that's why I want you guys to know, like, I've been in both positions, and it's a very humbling experience when you go from thinking that you can do anything and you think you can get sober and stay sober and not being able to accomplish it. And so that's what happened for me. It was a humbling experience knowing that I couldn't accomplish this on my own. Kenneth, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. 20, that's nothing. Good job. Good job. And don't be ashamed of it. Exactly. Don't be ashamed of it, you guys, because here's the thing. Everybody has an opinion. What do they say? They're like assholes. Everybody's got them, right? Think about all the people on the internet who will judge you, okay? We have enough people just judging us every single day. We don't need it from our recovering addicts like ourselves. You know, it just makes me so sad because I just don't want anyone to ever feel ashamed, okay? Because I felt shame behind being on Suboxone for a while, okay? I felt shame to where I didn't even feel like I could share. Biff, but you can't get high on them. Why do you do that? And you know what, Biff? Here's the thing. There are some people who get on Suboxone and it's just not a good fit for them. Okay? They try to manipulate the medication or divert it or overtake it. And I'm going to tell you, if you're overtaking Suboxone, it's not going to do anything to you. You could take 6 strips and you're not going to feel shit. In fact, it might even give you a headache. Do you see anyone going around sharing what meds they take with the world? Why should we be any different? It's our business. Yes. Exactly. But you know what happened with me, Merk? And this is why I started sharing. I felt this overwhelming need to be so honest because I was new in my recovery. Okay. Hey, Captain. I was new in my recovery and I'd always heard that, like, honesty, you have to be honest if you're going to stay sober, right? And I didn't ask my sponsor. I just automatically assumed that I needed to tell everybody, right? I wonder that if no, Biff, it won't do anything to you because it has a ceiling effect, baby. I promise you. You can try it, but it's not going to do anything to you. I promise. If people go out and buy drugs off the streets, they could get locked up and sent to prison just because of addiction. I don't think that match should be looked down on. Exactly. Love you, Chrissy. I'm so glad you came in, girl. Okay, so let me get. It is humbling. It is, Kenneth. I know. So, to overcome shame, these are 5 steps that you guys can do, and it's going to help you. I promise you, Biff. I promise you. So, here we go. The first step to overcoming shame is to flood your mind with good emotions. And what I mean by that is gratitude. Gratitude. How many of you guys are making a gratitude list every day? Huh? How many of you are making a gratitude list every day? 3 things you're grateful for every morning when you get up. Every morning you should be making a list. 3 things you're grateful for. Okay? And as you go throughout the week, the year, the months, it's going to be more. You're going to have to think of something different every single time because there's so many things that we have to be grateful for. Okay? So I'm going to list 3 things for you guys right now. I'm grateful for my Real Talk Recovery family. I'm grateful for my mom and dad and my husband and my son. And I'm grateful for therapy. That's 3 things that really helped save my life. And I'm so grateful to have those things because there was a time in my life where I didn't have anything like that. It's embarrassing, but I must admit, when I first got on Suboxone, I took an extra 8 milligram pill and nothing happened. It's okay, Misty. We've all been there. We've all done it, girl. Don't feel bad. Tell him, hey, when Misty first started her Suboxone, she was swallowing them whole, y'all. Tell him, Misty. I love you, girl. You know I do. I was super happy when I got on Suboxone. It meant I had to stop paying for them. I got addicted to them through the streets. I had kicked a bad oxy habit cold turkey, but one day I randomly decided to get on. My kids and this channel, stay free. Yes. Yes. My wife, my kids in this channel. Dr. Park is having trouble getting people to comment on his channel because people are so ashamed to admit they are on it. I know. I know. That makes me so sad, you guys. We addicts sometimes should just take other people's word. We can't afford to just trust our own judgment. Okay. My kids, my dogs, and this whole Real Talk Recovery family. Yes, Merc. Hey, High Steppa, I seen you. Tolerance was through the roof. I used to take the tabs also and not let them dissolve. Ugh. Oh, your stomach. I did the same. Tried to get high on my subs. Only been really off dope for about 2 months. Hey, Junior, it's okay. We've all been there. Oh shit, I sure did swallow them for like 4 days. I know, Misty. Remember you called me and told me. Hey, Luca, my Real Talk Recovery fam, my kids in my life. Hell yeah, Ash. Hell yeah. You guys, I'm telling you, flood your mind with these positive emotions. Flood your mind with gratitude. We have all come so far. If you're here in the recovery chat on a Friday night, motherfucker, you're doing good. Because where were we at on Friday nights when we were in our active addiction? We was out fucking up, getting high, being crazy. You're in a recovery chat on a Friday freaking night. That's the first step, man. Willingness to make a change, you know? So you need to be fucking proud of yourself. It's a big fucking deal. Speak positivity into existence. It does. And you can manifest these things in your life, you guys. I'm telling you, I never believed it until I started doing it. My recovery family, my first grandchild on the way. Hell yeah, Cindy. I know. I can't wait to meet him. Woo at the same woo at some warehouse party. I never heard of strips till one time on YouTube. Hey, yeah, baby.
Where's
Hey, Mean.
What says levels on here? I can't find where it says.
Okay. Nate, this is in Spanish.
Oh, put it in
Anyone use Lyrica to come off opioids? Nope. But I don't know how to do that one. Janish. Oh, hey Janish. I've used, what is it called? Not lithium. Ativan as a Ativan, like a mild benzodiazepine to kind of help with the withdrawal with transition. But I've never used Lyrica. Now I've heard of people using like high dosages of Imodium AD, but I don't recommend it because it's bad for your heart. The first time I tried them, it was off the street and I swallowed them too. We're all crazy. Thank you, Luke. What's up, Mean? I love you. I'm glad you're here, man. Lyrica is a major addiction problem here in Ireland. So why, Tony? Why is Lyrica addicted? I abuse those as well. Pop 25 at once. Really? What does Lyrica do, y'all? Oh my gosh. Everybody back out of the chat. Hit the like button and jump back in. That's right, Stay Free. Y'all give me a thumbs up. We're doing recovery and staying sober on a Friday night. That's right. He wants to learn Spanish. Highly recommend Lyrica, which is for nerve pain and is non-addictive. I'm going to have to look that up. Lyrica. Okay. Not to mention, if you take a bottle of Imodium, you'll never poop again. Hey, Dr. Miles. That's right. I don't recommend it. I don't, honestly, you guys, if you are coming off of pills, heroin, opiates, any kind of medication, or any kind of pill or drug addiction, you know what I recommend? I recommend you reaching out for help, getting into a detox, and getting into treatment. Okay? I cannot tell you guys how many times I cold turkeyed on my own and then relapsed. Okay? It really does help to get into some kind of, you can listen, if you can't do, you can always do treatment. It's just up to you to make the choice. Okay, a lot of us will make excuses. We'll say things like, I have a job. What about my dog? What about my cat? What about my mom? What about my dad? But when we're getting high, we're not thinking about any of those things, you know? And so I really do want you guys, if you are coming off of opiates at the house, please, please be careful. I would just rather you go to the ER and tell them that you're going through withdrawal and ask them if they can hold you there for detox or put you into a detox, because I want you guys to be safe. I really, really do. If you guys are coming off something and you need help, you need treatment, all you got to do is call me, okay? Call me or text me. Oh, okay, Cindy. I know what that is. I know what gabapentin is. Listen, you guys, I used to take gabapentin by the handfuls, and that shit will fuck you up. Bags of fluid. Yes. Stay hydrated. 20 milligrams of Suboxone is all I need, and I didn't think it would help. I told you it would, Misty. It's similar to gabapentin when you use excessively. It gets people high, but when used properly, I'm sure it's great. I used Kratom before I got Suboxone. It got me high as shit, so I don't recommend that. Stay free. I have, yeah. And here's the thing, you guys, like, the reason why I would rather a person be on Suboxone is because you can go to your doctor and be monitored, okay? And if you want to get off of it, you can go to your doctor and be monitored and tapered down. I'm terrible at it. I have to literally list why I'm grateful for the particular thing instead of writing it. That's okay, Sky. It definitely gives you energy, but like a watered down Norco. They give gabapentin in jail a lot, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so the first step to overcoming shame is flood your mind with good emotions and gratitude. The second way to overcome shame is to make amends. How many of you guys know what making amends is about? How many of you guys have worked the 12 steps and made amends to people that you may have hurt in your life? Anybody? When I got sober, I started working the 12 steps with a sponsor, and I made my amends. It took me about 8 months to make all of my amends, because some of them, like, I didn't see the people right away and I didn't know how to get a hold of them. Some of them I had to, like, basically couldn't make amends to them because I haven't seen them since. But for the most part, I made amends to everyone. And it's a freeing experience. It gives you peace because you're doing the right thing and you're making it right. You're setting that wrong right. They give you Motrin in jail here, nothing more. Hey, Brandon, what's up? I'm glad you dropped in too, man. It's crazy how strong they are. It's honestly like speedball. Ooh, I'm so glad. Listen, you guys, I am so glad that I don't want to take that shit. I don't want to go back to that life. You did high step a good job. I still have to practice it every day in all of my affairs. Cindy, very good. So I have to do the same thing. So many times in my life, you guys, I make mistakes. You know, maybe I hurt someone. Maybe I get catty and I'm, a little asshole or something. And now in the program, that I practice today, I go back and I try to make those amends right away, because I don't want those resentments to build up in my life. You know what I mean? Because it keeps me just feeling miserable. And I was struggling with a resentment for about 6 months, a bad one, you guys, against a YouTuber. And I was just carrying that resentment on my back for, like I said, 6 months. And I finally been able to let it go. I didn't know if I was ever going to be able to stop being resentful at this person. But the more I prayed about it, the more I thought about it, the more I talked to my friends and my sponsor about it, the more I realized that, this person is just struggling and they don't understand. And so for me, it helps me when I can look at somebody as just not understanding or just not educated on the situation. Like maybe if it's about Suboxone, and that's when I'm like, you know what? It's okay, Nicole. Not everyone is going to agree with medication assisted treatment, but that doesn't mean that we have to be fighting about it, What are amends? Okay, Ash, good question. So you guys, Ash wants to know, what are amends? Okay, so Ash, if you ever go to an AA or an NA meeting, there are 12 steps, okay? Now, the fourth step is made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Okay, so in the fourth step, what you're doing is you're taking a moral inventory. What is an inventory? When you count everything, when you go in and you look inside yourself and you say, okay, this is what I got going on. I need to get rid of this. I need to get rid of that. I need to get rid of that, right? And so we're removing those resentments. We're putting them on paper. So that way in steps 8 and 9, we can make our amends. Okay, so amends. Here we go. Made a list of all persons we had harmed and became willing to make amends to them all. Okay. Step 9 is made direct amends to such people wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. A tranquil mind is the first requisite for good judgment. So, good timing is important in making amends. Okay. So, when we make amends, which is making our wrongs right, going back, apologizing, asking if there's any way we can, like for me, I had to go back and make an amends. Hey, Brian. Awesome. I'm glad you're here, man. I had to go make an amends to a guy I dated many, many years ago. And I had cheated on him when I was like 18 or 19 years old. So I went to make an amends to him. You know, I said, man, I just want you to know that I was wrong. I am sorry that I hurt you. I'm sorry that I didn't take our relationship seriously. And I want to make it right, you know? And he said, you already have. You already have. We were kids and I forgive you. And so that is an amends. Some of your amends you won't be able to make because you might not be able to find the person. But if that's the case, you can write that down on paper, journal it out, wrap it up in an envelope, and bury it. And there's that amends. You've done it. Okay. So that's what an amends is. So let's say you have a lot of shame and guilt behind being high and not spending time with your family. Let's say you stole $20 out of your mom's purse on Christmas Eve and then you ran out and got high, okay? Making an amends to your mom for stealing the $20 and running out and going getting high, right? That's part of overcoming shame because you have shame behind that action. So, flood yourself with good emotions and gratitude, make amends. And number 3 is build resilience. Build resilience. So, you know how they say children are very resilient, they bounce back, right? So, now that we're in recovery and we're working on our emotional barometer, right? Because this is what we want to do. Our emotions are like a thermometer, is what up and down, up and down. So we want to keep our emotions right here in the middle, pretty much. Just maybe goes back a little bit back and forth like that, right? But we want to be able to stay steady. So, building resilience with our emotions, bouncing back from situations, setting healthy boundaries, talking things out, processing things. This is a way to maybe even avoid some guilt and shame because when we're able to set healthy boundaries, talk things out, stay accountable, have a support system of people that are helping us stay on our A game, this is going to help us avoid situations where we might accumulate more guilt and shame. Got it? Okay. Number 4, don't judge your past. Don't judge your past. So yeah, we all did some shitty shit when we were in our active addiction. Okay? But we cannot judge our self-worth on the actions that we did while we were getting high. Because that's not the person we are today. We're moving forward from that life. We're moving past that. That's one of the main things about shame is it wants to keep you suffocated. It wants to keep you held down and held back. Overcoming shame, you're letting loose, you're breaking free of the bondage, okay? And you're breathing and you're free. You don't have to carry that shame anymore. Okay. And if you have people in your life that are constantly telling you all those things you did when you were high, You're never going to be able to live that down. You're never going to be able to be different. Okay? Separate yourself from those toxic ass people. All right? If you have family members that are still giving you shit, still throwing it in your face about you being an addict, separate yourself from those people. Walk away. Walk away. Let them be them and let yourself work on your recovery. One thing, you guys, that I struggled with was I had toxic people that were in my family that wanted to constantly remind me of the mistakes that I made when I was in my addiction, or they just didn't want to let me ever live it down. Okay? And so I knew that I couldn't change their minds, and the only way I could show them that I was different was from my actions. So I separated myself from those people and I started doing the damn thing. And now my actions speak for themselves. You don't even have to ask, "Hey, Nicole, are you sober? How's your life going?" Because you know it. You don't even have to second guess it. And so there was people in my family, I'm not going to say who, but they were very judgmental and they were very hurt by me and my husband. And I understand that. I understand that. And I take responsibility for it. And I've tried so hard to apologize and make amends and make it right. But when somebody's constantly just holding that over your head and just basically just torturing you with it, that's not healthy. That's toxic. And that's not the way you move forward. And that's not the way you treat someone who's trying to better their life. You know, if you can't handle it and you can't let go of that resentment that you have towards the addict, then walk away. Let that person have space to heal and overcome their addiction and be a better person. Yeah, even in years they treat you same as the day you was using still. Biff, I know. And it's like that doesn't happen to me anymore in my life, but it used to. And I understand you can also try living amends. Exactly, stay free. That living amends is you changing your life and showing through your actions that you've changed. You don't have to say anything, you just live your life in recovery, and that is your living amends. Good job, stay free. I see you. And so I know a lot of you guys probably struggle with family members who and here's what it is, you guys, okay? They're afraid. They're afraid. They've heard us say that we were going to get sober before. They've heard us, they've seen us make several attempts at getting clean and we failed. So this time, what's going to be different? What's going to be different? That's how they feel. But, and I do understand that, you guys. I do understand that because I've had that same feeling towards my husband. If you guys didn't know, my husband is also in recovery. I got sober, he got sober, then he relapsed. When he relapsed, it really fucked me up. I was so worried, I was so afraid that he was going to go back out and die and leave us, right? I kicked heroin and fentanyl addiction, but the methamphetamine I still crave or dream about and sometimes use about and hate that. I'm sorry. It's okay, Brandon. Hey, Brandon, how long have you been sober, man? I completely get it, Captain. I've been living. It gets better very slowly. That's right. So thank you, Tony. Um, like I say, my husband relapsed, and then I was constantly on the edge of my seat. Like, is it going to happen again? Is it going to happen again? And so I understand where the family is coming from. I understand why they maybe give us a little bit of a hard time, right? But it's not healthy when you're constantly throwing someone's past mistakes in their face. It doesn't help them to overcome it at all. And so, if you are someone who loves an addict and they're getting sober and you can't say anything to help them, support them, encourage them, then just don't say anything at all. Just stand back, separate yourself from them. Actually, for someone who loves an addict, the best thing you can do is work on you. Focus on living your life not attached to the addict. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on detaching from the addicted loved one and living your life. Because if you've loved an addict, then you most likely have spent your days and nights obsessing over and worrying about the addict. So now it's time. Now the addict is sober and doing the right thing. Now it's time for you to let go and do you. Hey, Pistol Grip, what's up, baby? For the longest, I was not even able to cash my own checks or in control of my own funds because I think I'd go on a vicious binge. Biff, I know what you mean, man. Meth is a weird one. I don't get people who get addicted to amphetamines, especially ex-heroin junkies, as it's purely a mental addiction. I hear they now give bupe to ice addicts. Really, Janish? I was addicted to shooting meth for about 10 years, so I was addicted to both. Um, when my hubby slipped, it messed me up. It was a year ago, and I still every day, if he doesn't answer the phone right away, I freak out. Me too, girl. I know what you mean. I've gotten a lot better, but I'm telling you guys, like, the best thing we can do if we love someone who has the disease of addiction also, as the loved one of an addict, is to work on ourselves and give them space and just encourage them. Telling you the damage we cause is so hard on loved ones. I know, Biff. I know. And I know because I've experienced it loving my husband and been so afraid. But I just want you guys to know that if you are a loved one and you're constantly just like, well, if you would just get your life together, well, I can't trust you. You're going to go out and get high. Hell no, I'm not going to give you the checkbook. All these things, I'm just telling you guys, I know it's hard, but it doesn't help any. It's not contributing to the helping the addict or bettering that situation. It's contributing to the demise and the drama of the situation, you know? Time heals all. If anyone gets the chance, try ayahuasca, a plant medicine very healing for the soul. Jay Nish, I ain't trying no ayahuasca. I've heard about that. Hey, Brandon, I've done the same thing, man. You don't suck. I've done the same thing. I don't know about bupe for meth addiction. That doesn't make sense. So here's the thing. I've heard that too. I've heard of a couple people that have gotten on buprenorphine, but this was the thing. They also abused opiates. So I'm not sure that they're prescribing it for meth addiction. Usually the person has had some past of opiate use disorder. Okay. So for me, I was shooting oxys. So that's why I used Suboxone. But methamphetamine, I got addicted. When I say addicted to methamphetamine, the addiction was behind the ritual of shooting up. It was behind the rush that was produced by methamphetamine. I constantly chased that rush from the first time I shot meth. His main DOC is alcohol, and it's very accessible, being that it's on every corner in LA. I know what you mean. And that's the thing, Brandon, you can't beat yourself up. The only thing you can do now is focus on making a change and taking action in the right direction. Seek treatment, seek help, seek a meeting, find someone that supports you in your recovery. Sometimes the shame feels almost like PTSD. Like I think about the things I've done or situations I put loved ones in, and it takes me right back to that dark feeling. It has been getting better. Good, Samuel. I'm glad it's getting better. But here's the thing, okay? Looking back on our past, that's okay. But don't stay there. Don't stay focused on the mistakes and the things that you did in the past. All right? Yeah, look back there, remember that you were there, and then move forward. Okay? Because when we stay back and we marinate in the past, that's where that shame starts coming back up. Hey, Biff, you can do that. You can do that. Honestly, this is what I'm doing. I'm tapering really slowly. I go down 2 milligrams every third month. And if you go down very slowly, you can get down to 0.25 of a milligram and then you can jump off. I'm telling you guys, if you go slow on your taper and listen to your physician, it can be not that bad. I'm telling you. And I'm going to document my jump so y'all can see. I know, Janish, me too. I was the same way with cocaine, man. Lord, ding, wah, 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 wah. Okay. Okay, so let's recap the overcoming shame. First step to overcoming shame is flood your mind with the good thoughts, good emotions, and gratitude. 2, make amends. 3, build resilience. 4, don't judge your past. And 5, the last step to overcoming shame, own that shit. Own it. Name it. Put a face on it. And let's get past it. Do not let it take over your life. Like I said, you can glance back at it and then move forward. Do not stay stuck back in your past. Your past does not define you. The actions that you did while you were getting high does not make you the person you are today. Okay? You are an amazing, capable human being. You can do anything that you want to do. You can overcome that old life. I mean, look at me. I'm overcoming. We're all overcoming our lives, you guys, and we're becoming better people because of it. Own it and then move on. Move forward. Listen, you guys, I understand. Okay? I sometimes go back and I'll get in the pity party and I'll dive face first into a big old pool of shame. But then I catch myself and I know that I'm throwing a motherfucking pity party. So here's the thing, you guys. Own it and then have a yard sale. Give it to somebody else. Hand me downs, okay? Hey, Marshall, what's up, man? Okay. A lot of the times, you guys, it's okay to go back and reflect, okay? Reflecting on our past can help us remember where we came from, all right? There's nothing wrong with reflecting. It's when you go into morbid reflection, okay? It's when you're going back and you're staying there and you're reminiscing or you're thinking about it's the unhealthy thinking. It's the focusing on that shame and that guilt. Okay? I use my past to help push me forward. I play the tape all the way through and I think about if I do X, is it going to equal Y or Z? What is going to come of this if I take this action? Okay, playing the tape all the way through is so important. I have to take off my bra. Please don't think I'm weird, you guys, but it is literally driving me insane. I'm free. Okay. Sorry. Oh, wow. Having a pity party, you guys, and listen, I'm not trying to make any of you guys feel bad, but I do it too. It's so unhealthy because it keeps us feeling sorry for ourselves, right? Like, listen, the mistakes were made. We did the drugs, we got high, we committed the crimes, we hurt our family members, and the best way to overcome that is to take responsibility. You know, we can sit here and we can feel bad for ourselves all day long, but that is not going to make anything better. Focusing on all the horrible, ugly things we've done, all the ways we've hurt our families and our friends, that's just torturing yourself. Okay? It's okay to feel bad sometimes and to think, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. But it's when you stay back in that thinking and you're marinating in it all day long, that's when it gets toxic, man. Don't do that to yourself. All right? And listen, I really want you guys to hear me, okay? I was in my active addiction from the time I was 17 till the time I was 32. Okay? 17 to 32. I committed crimes. I got locked up. I went to prison. I hurt my family members. I hurt my friends. I lost family members. I lost friends. I wrecked vehicles. I lost houses. I lost loved ones. I cheated on boyfriends. You guys, I literally did things that I can't believe I did it because I'm not that person anymore. I would beg for drugs. I would hook up with a guy if they had drugs. Hey man, give me some free drugs, right? So if you're here right now and you're still in your active addiction, listen to me. You can turn it around. You can change your life. It's up to you to reach out for help. If you are struggling and you're getting high still, reach out for help. Reach out for help. All right? This is not something that is unattainable. The life I have today can be your life too. Really, Biff? I'm glad I made this live tonight. It was on Big Lance's page. Did he tell you to come over and see it, or did you just come over and see it because you saw me comment? I can't hear Alice in Chains anymore. You guys, I get triggered by some songs too. Hey Tony, you guys got to join our Discord. I shared a song in there when we first started our Discord, and it was this Lil Wayne song that I used to listen to, and it goes like this. Only once the drugs are gone, I feel like dying. I feel like dying. Y'all heard that? That's that Lil Wayne shit. And I used to get high to that. I used to get high to the la 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 lick me like a lollipop. Yes, Tony, yes. You did, Biff? Okay, cool. I have a video where I interviewed Lance if you guys want to check it out. It's on my channel. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this live stream tonight. For those of you guys that are new, that are just coming in and getting to know everybody, we do live streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 7. If you want to be more involved in choosing what we talk about, join my Patreon. I know I've been promoting it a lot lately, but it really does help me out a lot if you come in there and join because, it just helps me out. I don't make money from my videos because my channel doesn't get that kind of views to it. So if you join Patreon, it would be cool. You should do a meeting with him. His story is sweet. Biff, I have him a video with him where he told his story on my channel. You should go watch it. Everybody keep coming back. It is awesome and it helps me out. So that's what I'm just keeping it real with you guys. Joining Patreon does help me out monetarily. And you know what? If my channel continues to grow and it gets to a point where, I'm actually making a little change off of it, then I'll probably just drop everybody down to the $1 tier in my Patreon. Oh, thanks. Yeah, go check out that video, Biff. You'll love it. Hey, Green-Eyed Cat, love you. I love all of you guys. Is there anything you guys want to talk about before I leave? Anything at all? I'm really enjoying talking to you guys, so I don't mind. We can sit here and talk. What days again? Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Biff, at 7 p.m. Central. I go live. Now, I upload all kinds of different videos, okay? During the week, I upload story times. I'll upload prison experiences because I did do a little bit of time. I do videos about, past experiences in active addiction. But I always, always, you guys, try to keep my message clean and clear, and that is recovery first. Okay? Um, here at Real Talk Recovery, we support multiple pathways. We support maintenance. We support abstinence. We support you if you smoke the ganja. We support you if you eat the kratom. We just want you to come, be here, and experience recovery with us. This is a recovery family. Yeah, I'm just holding resentment on family who can't let go of the past. Biff, I understand. But here's the thing with that. So that resentment that you're holding towards your family, they're doing the same thing right back to you. They're resenting you. Okay? So what's happening is you guys are just in a circle jerk of resentment. You want to know what my suggestion is to you, Biff? My suggestion to you is, have you been able to sit down and communicate to your family? Really sit down and say, family, I love you. And I want to make you proud. I want you to see that I'm a changed person. And I've been working really hard on showing that with my actions. But I feel like we are not getting anywhere because of the resentment that I hold and that you hold against me. And maybe if you guys come together and communicate to each other, maybe you guys can work forward and move forward. Thank you, Nicole, and everyone else. You guys are seriously a breath of fresh air compared to the groups and programs I've been exposed to. Samuel, that makes my heart just skip a beat. Thank you. Love you, Ryan. And you know what, Biff? For me, it was so hard, you guys, to communicate in a healthy manner with my family because the only way I had ever been taught to communicate was yelling and screaming and waving my hands around and very emotional, if y'all haven't noticed. I'm very emotional. I am led by my emotions. And it's taken me a lot of work to get to the point where I don't react. I have really worked hard on reining my emotions in and not reacting. But it's taken me a lot of work. My people won't let themselves realize I've changed because it makes them feel better about themselves. Now, Ash, that's a good point. So, Ash has some toxic family members. My family won't let themselves realize I've changed because it makes them feel better about themselves. So, Ash, let me explain something to you. Your family is codependent. See, they need you to be sick because if you're still sick and fucking up, then it gives them something to say, oh, well, I'm helping Ash. I'm saving Ash. I'm taking care of Ash. Right? And if you're not sick and struggling in your addiction anymore, then guess what? Hello? If you're not sick and struggling, hold on, Nate. If you're not sick and struggling in your addiction anymore, then um, they don't have anything to they can't fix you. They're not able to fix you. I have somebody that was in Nate, I'm going to use it now. So go charge your phone. I have somebody that was in my life that was the same way.
Eggs and bacon, and I want.
Sure, baby.
I only want.
It served them to be to say that they were saving me.
I want eggs and bacon.
Then they don't have to look at themselves as well. Ash, you're exactly right. And you want me to know what my suggestion to you, Ash, about that? Walk away. Walk away. I'm going to tell you guys a little story. When me and my husband first got sober, somebody very close to us.
Can I have eggs and bacon?
Yeah, I'll bring it up there to you. Okay? I'll be up there. Nate. He just had eggs and bacon, so don't trip, y'all. Okay. My mother-in-law was very, very codependent on my husband when we first got sober. And when we got sober, it was kind of like she didn't have anybody to save anymore. And so there was a lot of just kind of like uncomfortable tension She would show up at our house when she wasn't invited. She would be here in our house when we weren't here. It was just like all kinds of uncomfortable. And what we had to do was separate ourselves and kind of like stop interacting with her. And what happened was she realized that we were living our lives and doing our recovery and that we were doing it on our own and that we were going to be okay. And so she finally came around and we have a good relationship now, you guys. But Ash, it was just like that. And then, and this is on my husband's side. On my family, on my side, you guys, my family is so amazing. And I'm just going to keep it. My mom and dad, they love me more than life itself. And they have been so supportive and they're so damn proud of me. I mean, they are so proud of me, you guys. They can't, they are just overwhelmed with happiness that I'm sober and living my life right. Um, and I never like thought that I would be able to make my dad proud. But my dad's proud of me. The last time my dad was proud of me was when I was in high school. And so it's so fucking awesome to be able to connect and be a part of my parents' lives and to have them be proud of me. Ash, please do not keep that toxic shit around you. You are doing good. You keep working your recovery. And listen, for those of you guys who maybe you need support, if you need recovery support, like I said, join the Patreon, join our Discord, and join our Facebook group and start connecting with me. If any of you guys are looking for recovery coaching, I want to recommend Dr. B. Dr. B is actually doing recovery coaching over on his Patreon, and he is amazing. So if y'all haven't checked out Dr. B Addiction and Recovery, go check him out. You can join his Patreon, and he's offering recovery coaching on his Patreon. Pretty freaking amazing. Heck yeah, Nicole. Heck yeah, Kenneth. I love how genuine you and all the people in this is. Stay free. We have worked really hard, you guys, to all of us, me, Merk, Captain, Cindy, we're a family. Okay. And this is just straight up transparency. When I first started my channel, there was a lot of negative and animosity in the recovery community. And I separated myself from that negativity and that animosity. I made amends to the people that I loved and I care about and I want to keep in my life. And we have kept it moving. And it has just grown and blossomed into this beautiful, beautiful group of people who are working to stay sober together. And every time, if I get down or I get sad about anything, I think about how amazing all of you guys are and how there's 3,000 of us here who are working towards the same goal. And right then, you guys, I'm like, you know what? Life is great because that's a miracle. A miracle that 3,000 of us here want to be sober and want to make a difference. Once I let them go and found good people, aka y'all on here, I have blossomed. We love you, Ash. We love you. Yes, you guys, there is Dr. B's link. He is the shit. And, you know, he, like I said, is doing recovery coaching on his Patreon. And, you know, I wanted to do recovery coaching, but I don't have that peer support specialist degree, and I'm not a doctor. And so I want to recommend you guys, if you're looking for real solid recovery coaching, Dr. B would be an amazing recovery coach. Absolutely. Real friends that care about your well-being and care about whether or not you live. Like when we were hanging out and getting high, you guys, we were hanging out with people who didn't give a damn about us. We were hanging out with people who only wanted what we had or had a benefit from us. And now we are making true lifelong friendships. What's up, B-Dizzle? Happy Friday, baby. We're just having a conversation, man. I'm just loving it. I love doing these videos with you guys. I don't think you guys understand how much having this channel has changed my life, and how grateful I am for each and every one of you. And I don't usually say stuff like this because I don't want y'all to think it's like, you know, fake or over exaggerated, but I love you guys. Thank you for helping me stay sober. Thank you for giving me my passion back. Because of this channel, because of people like you guys who come and let me be of service to you, I have found my passion for helping others. I have found my passion. And I feel like I'm just happy. I have never been so passionate about anything in my life. The last time I was passionate about something, you guys, was when I was in high school and I was on the dance team because I loved to dance. What up, Megan? Hey, girl. And that's the last time I had a true passion. And so my passion has been lit on fire. And you can ask my husband. Even my husband said, he's like, I can see that you have a passion for this. This is in my heart to help others and give back. I'm usually saying the Lord's Prayer backing out of the room already. So I'm sorry. I know I'm holding you guys hostage. I guess I can let you guys go if y'all want me to. Start dancing again. I love dancing, B Dizzle. I love it. Hey, Ryan, somebody help me with this damn laptop. I need help like setting my laptop and making it not be all like shitty. So also Monday night, I found this guy. His name is Mike. He has a channel called Doing Time with the Darlins. He did 17 years in prison, and he's like turned his life around and is really trying to get his start here on YouTube. So I'm going to have him on the channel, you guys, to help him out a little bit. You can? Okay, Ryan, I'll call you. I'll text you, okay? Listen, Ash, I probably could shake my ass, y'all. Not in like twerking style, but like I was a fucking like I'm talking about choreography dancing was I gets me so excited for real. Is there anything you guys want to say before I go? Is there anything you guys want to ask before I go? If it's not a Mac, toss it in the trash. I know, right? Listen, it is a cheap little HP, but it's all I got for right now. You know what I mean? And also, I learned how to record on my new camera. I just need to learn how to transfer it from the camera from the SD card to YouTube. Thank you, Merk. Yes, so we're going to have Mike on, you guys. There's a little bit of his story, and we're going to help him get a couple people over there to his channel because I'm all about helping people, you guys. She isn't with us anymore since you remind me of my sister. I love that. She isn't with us anymore since 2016. So it's nice to hear you and your enthusiasm. I'm so sorry, Kenneth, and I'm so glad that I can be here for you and that I can help you. And I wish your sister was still here with us. If any of you guys have a channel or you're starting a blog and you have a story and you want to share it, like I'm all about helping people, because one of the things that was really hard for me when I first started YouTube was that I didn't feel accepted by everyone. I didn't feel like, I had any help from anyone. And so if I can make your experience here on YouTube a little bit better by helping support you on your channel, come on over. I'll help you out. In fact, what I want to do, you guys, next Friday for our next Mara meeting is I want to have like 3 people come on and share just little mini testimonies. So if any of you guys are willing to come on next Friday with me live and share a little bit of your story, just mini testimonies, okay? I would love to have you guys on. And I'll be picking the topic for next Friday's Mara meeting in our Patreon tonight. So I'm going to go in there, we're going to talk about it, and then I'm going to prepare for next Friday's meeting all week next week. Okay? So I'm really trying to work on the topics that we're talking about and bring you guys a message with what? Depth and weight. Not just bumping my gums, not just saying shit for the sake of saying shit. Like these things that I talked to you guys about today, overcoming shame, these are things that I practiced in my life to overcome shame. Making the amends, keeping the gratitude list, not judging myself, not being too hard on myself, owning my experience and taking responsibility. Like, I'm not just saying this, I practice this shit in my life. Okay? And so that's very important for you guys to understand, okay? I practice these things. I do these things. I take action, okay? This channel has so much potential. Aw, yeah, thanks, Ash. I appreciate that. I've seen you in the comments being positive in most of the YouTubers' videos I watch. Stay free. I try to be. And if I don't have anything nice to say, I'm not going to say anything at all. You know what I mean? I have been hurt. And I have people that troll me. If y'all haven't noticed, Big Sid has a crush on me. And so a lot of times people from his channel that don't like him will come over here and try to troll me. Cindy says, I have made lifelong friends. Me and Cindy, you guys, I can't even believe it, but it's like we talk on the phone every day. And she's become she's my best friend, her and Captain Napton. I talk to those girls almost every single day. I talk to a lot of you guys every single day, and y'all have become just like parts of my life, you know? And so this is stuff that I do though in my life to stay sober. So I hope that helps you guys. Nicole, it would be awesome if you had your own recovery conference. I would buy tickets for sure if you did. So, Megan, we have already been thinking about this, honey. For any new people in here, I can promise you that Nicole is 100 about helping you. She is an amazing person. Yes, I'm not just bullshitting you. I will do anything I can to help you. I'm down for the cause. I've been trying to get off assisted treatment, and I heard good stuff tonight. Biff, you got a partner in crime. I'm working on it too, man. I'm down to 4 milligrams, and we can taper, and I'll help you on your journey, man. I'm telling you, come and join me. Take suggestions. Listen to what I'm saying. I'm not just telling you this shit because it sounds good. I'm sharing this shit with you because it works. It works. Go slow. Slowly if you're tapering. And like, hey, Hillbilly family. I love you guys. Thank you for all that you do for us. I love you guys. I love doing this. It's not even a big deal because I love it. Thank you. I'm still at 8 milligrams, but I want to get off Suboxone. Okay, so Biff, listen to me, all right? You're going to do this. This is how you're going to do it. You're going to go to your doctor, and you're going to tell your doctor, hey, doc, I've been watching this chick on YouTube. She's tapering. She tapers down 2 milligrams every 3rd month. So that's real slow. So let's say you go in February 1st, okay? February 1st, you go in and you say, hey, doc, I'm on 8 milligrams. I want to start tapering. Take away 2 milligrams. Your doctor will take away 2 milligrams, and you'll take 6 milligrams from then that point forward. Okay? So you'll take 6 milligrams for February. You'll take 6 milligrams for March. You'll take 6 milligrams for April. Then you'll go in and you'll drop down to 4 milligrams. You'll take 4 milligrams for 3 months, and then you'll drop down to 2 milligrams. And you'll take 2 milligrams for 3 months, and then you'll drop down 1 milligram. Then you'll drop down 0.5. Then you'll be on 0.5. See what I'm saying? Slow taper. Slow taper. Okay? Carry the message. That's right. And the thing that's helped me, Biff, I was on 8 milligrams, and I just felt like lethargy. I felt lack of motivation. I didn't feel like myself. Okay. Not in a bad way, just in a lack of motivation kind of way. And since I've tapered down from 12 milligrams to 4 milligrams, I have my energy back. I have my energy back and I feel great. So you might just need to taper down a couple of milligrams and then you'll feel great. So that could really, really help you. Yes, slow and steady wins the race. I'm hearing you in a few minutes it's possible, but very slow. Absolutely. And the thing about it is, this is where I see people failing, you guys. Exactly, stay free. Just don't stop cold turkey. Okay? Do not just drop off cold turkey. That's just, why are you setting yourself up for failure? You're not going to succeed if you do that. That's like not planning it. See, that's what we would do when we were in our addiction. Just drop off cold turkey. Today, we are not in our active addiction. Today, we're making plans. Today, we are planning it. Okay? I totally understand, Megan. Me too. Me too, Cindy. I'm so glad to see everybody here. Lost 15 pounds. Why do we do this? Family hasn't been supporting. Oh no, what happened, Hitman? I see you finally ran out of everything. Well, that's good. Hitman. Hitman. Text me on Instagram. Okay, text me on Instagram. It's time to make a change, Hitman. You need help? I'll help you get help. I can't get up some mornings or I stay up till 2 a.m. Bad sleep I get when I don't have good dose in me. Biff, it's okay. You're gonna experience a little bit of that change in the sleep, but you can do it. I'm doing it. Hey Douglas, what's up? Thank you. My doc says they help a lot with energy. What? Suboxone does? Or the B12? The B12, huh? My whole life started to get better during my slow taper. Most of all, I became genuinely happy inside. Me too, Merc. Mine isn't supportive either, Hitman. I'm so sorry, Cindy. You know you got us, girl. But so can just regular exercise. I know. You know what, Dizzle, B Dizzle? Did y'all know I started? I'm on MyFitnessPal. We're totally, literally taking 2 hours, so I hope you guys don't mind. So I started my healthy eating. I have MyFitnessPal downloaded on my phone, and I would love for you guys to come and follow me on MyFitnessPal and help me stay accountable. So there I am, Blue7156 on MyFitnessPal. Plus some injections, B vitamins. Oh, so I'm going to start walking every single day. And listen to me, you guys. When I lost 65 pounds when I got out of prison, let me show you what my body looks like. When I lost 65 pounds when I got out of prison, I looked just like this when I got out of prison. I ate 1,200 calories a day, and I walked everywhere I went, and I lost 65 pounds. So we can do this. We can do this together, okay? I wish I could say to feel good tapering methadone, but you're stuck at 12 mils. Hey, Luca, listen, baby. Luca, it's okay, okay? It's okay. Remember, we talked it on Instagram. So, you guys, Luca's been trying to taper, and the methadone is just messing up his health. So, I was telling him over there, I was telling him over there on Instagram that maybe go from Suboxone or from methadone to Suboxone. Maybe transition to Suboxone and then get off of Suboxone. That might help, but I'm not sure. It does, Ryan. Guys, sea moss capsules. What is that, Sky? Hit Nicole up. Yes, call me, Hitman. You know I got your back. I'm not gonna let you you feel all alone. All right? It's really important to me for you guys to understand that. I've totally been there. Y'all got any suggestions on quitting smoking cigarettes? Megan, y'all know how I quit smoking. I literally got on Wellbutrin and I just quit. I just stopped buying the cigarettes. I was struggling. I didn't have any energy. I went to my doctor, told him that I was struggling with lack of energy. He put me on Wellbutrin, and oh no. What happened, Hitman? Did your brother pass away? Love you too, Cindy. They're a natural supplement. I would make sure they don't interact with any specific medication. Okay. I got off of cigarettes and I haven't went back, and it was the best thing that ever happened to me. I mean, smoking cigarettes, you guys, when you don't smoke, it's like you really know. Like I stunk. I didn't realize how bad it stunk. Now I'm so grateful that I'm off. But Megan, Wellbutrin saved my life. It gave me energy and it helped me quit smoking. So it really did, girl. Like I usually don't like recommend that kind of stuff, but what? Dizzle? No, it's not. It's not speed. It's not a amphetamine. It's a different kind of antidepressant, but it's not amphetamines, you guys. Please do not say that, okay? Wellbutrin is not speed. Lord. You're killing me. It's bupropion. I carried around a picture of a tongue with cancer on it, and every time I wanted a cigarette, I would look at it, and it worked. It can help. It can treat. I'm going to tell you what it is. It can treat depression and help people quit smoking. It can also prevent depression caused by seasonal affective disorder. Wellbutrin, XL/SR, prescription needed. Consult a doctor. Okay. There. Lord, got me tripping over here. Do you actually think that my doctor would put me on an amphetamine? Okay, I am a meth addict. I'm gonna beat your ass, B Dizzle. Oh, I've been watching Ryan Leone's stories too much. Right? I know. Listen, they're not like that, not at all. I literally shot meth, you guys. Okay? But off-label, it can help with ADD. Let's actually look it up, okay? Wellbutrin versus ADHD. Okay, we're gonna read about it since you brought this up, boy. I'm gonna ask Google right now. Is Google? Hold on. Is Wellbutrin a stimulant?
For the most part, Wellbutrin is considered to be a relatively safe antidepressant. However, since Wellbutrin affects the feel-good brain neurotransmitters norepinephrine and dopamine, it is sometimes taken to achieve a stimulant-like high.
Okay, so it's not a stimulant, but some people take it because it affects the neurotransmitters norepinephrine and dopamine. It is sometimes taken to achieve a stimulant-like high. So there you go. I was literally a meth addict, you guys. Now listen, okay? It's bupropion. Exactly, Samuel. I will tell you guys this. If you're somebody who is sensitive to like medications and stuff, when I first got on Wellbutrin, it did make me a little jittery. It did. I'm just being honest, okay? But I've been on it, and it's the extended release one, so I don't feel that feeling anymore. It literally stopped, and so I take it one time a day, and it's helped me so much because I really, really was struggling with just being blah. And so that's why I tell you guys that are maybe having problems with energy and stuff like that. It has helped me so much, but it's not anything like Adderall or Adipex, because I've been on all those. I was prescribed Adipex for weight loss. I was prescribed Adderall for ADD, and I abused all those. But like I could take 2 Wellbutrins and You know, I don't feel anything like that, thankfully, you know, but it does secure. Yes, it totally helped me. Like, I quit smoking like this. Hitman, we love you. Yes, it really did help me with that. You had me tripping, B Dizzle. I was like, please don't say that. I please. But I have heard people listen to me, y'all. I have heard people that call Wellbutrin hillbilly crack, and they like, I don't know if they're like crushing it up and snorting it or smoking it or what, but I have heard that people abuse it. So I don't. I mean, because I don't want to do that. Like, I'm not trying to be high anymore, you know? It's a controlled release tablet. So that's why I think it helps, you know? So it says it is in the same family, they come in controlled release pills. It is a norepinephrine and dopamine reuptake inhibitor. Okay, and it works by keeping the neurotransmitters available to the brain's neurons for longer. It helps improve concentration, focus, and other ADHD symptoms. Oh, okay, good. Yeah, me too, man. Once a day. Guys in prison would cheek them and sell them. Really? Y'all, nothing surprises me anymore these days. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, with drugs, we'll try to. I was the same way though. When I was in my active addiction, I would try anything. So, okay. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good night. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is Saturday, you guys. Is there anything special that you all want to talk about tomorrow? Before I leave, what do we want to talk about tomorrow? Anybody have any suggestions? Anybody have anything that they're struggling with that they want me to talk about tomorrow? If you don't want to put it in the chat, you can text me on the Real Talk Recovery number, and I will. Oh, I also have to show you guys. It's okay, Nico. Good. I'm going to go in there right now so I can see all y'all. Let me show you guys. Let me show you guys our Mara meeting flyer, because I know some of you guys asked for it, okay? So for any of you guys that want to have a flyer so you can take it to your clinic, here you go, okay? Message me and I will send it to you, okay? Kid alert. You can say hi to everybody. Say good night. Come here. They see you. They want to say hi. Come on, Nate. Real fast with them because I'm going to go. Come on. I want to introduce you to everybody. This is my son, y'all. Oh. You going to say hi to everybody? Say hi, everybody. What's your name? What's your name?
Nate.
Okay, how old are you, Nate?
5.
All right. They all said, hey, hi, little man.
I need to go.
Okay, guys, I love y'all. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Oh, what are you doing over there?
That's the entrance.